The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium, home of the Ravens in Baltimore, Maryland. As we'll see a squad from the American, the Navy midshipmen, taking on a fellow opponent from the American, the Army Black Knights. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Black Knights will kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Navy's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. The Army-Navy game is always full of twists. Last year, just a week after the Black Knights of the Hudson had won the American Conference Championship, a resurgent Navy squad with emphasis took the victory in America's game.
Yeah, Navy put up points early and often and made Army throw the football. And Jesse, we know how that goes. This is not a throw team like that. Neither one of these teams want to throw the ball consistently. Army with 3 picks a year ago because they got put in that situation. I bet they're going to be focusing on that today.
Yeah, there are some games where Army throws the ball just 3 times a game. 3 interceptions, that was the difference. You know what you're going to see in this one. It's triple option Navy, triple option Army, and which defense does a better job playing assignment football and shutting that down.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Option look, it's Horvat. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking downfield, it's Horvat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense got it, they're on the run.
That looks like a really easy... Oh. Just on the ground, jump on it. That's an odd shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job on the defense covering that thing up.
This offense has it with really good field position. Defense looks like they're coming. He breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Guys, let's give a little context to where Army is. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, he wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to... the board.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hodges. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This drive will open from the 15. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's taking the shot. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's look at the big picture for Army. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reed. He gets it inside the 40, but he'll be stopped at the 39. Not wide enough to move the sticks, and it's 4th down. The Black Knights send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Running back searching for a hole. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13. Guys, let's chat a bit about Navy. I'm sure you guys saw a great pickup in the backfield. 3-star running back gave a verbal last week. And getting good talent like this is really what programs at this level need to thrive on.
It's pivotal, Reese. And now you got a big commitment at the running back spot with those 3 stars. And now you start to build a class around him. Get everybody else excited. This is how you build a program.
To the air, it's Horvat. Bringing the heat. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They try to get it outside on the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, the defense had the perfect play call on there. Offense trying to go toss into the boundary, but the defense dialed up the corner blitz. Perfect play for the perfect moment. They get the tackle for a loss.
Just has a knack of finding that crease and gets it down to the 41. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Goes to the option. Picks up the 1st down. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. And the Black Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. When the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you know it's for an important situation. Goal line, 3rd down, touchdown.
The Black Knights need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Coleman. Throwing right. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's complete to the left. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. And here comes the Navy offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They'll leave it with him. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the 2nd quarter. We've reached a break, and Army has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Looking to throw, it's Horvath. Here's the pressure. That's caught. It's Chapman. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Navy quick to the line. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
On the option. He'll toss it. At the 45 on its way. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. Right back to the well. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. The offense changing the play. Back to pass, it's Horvath. Oh, they're after him. Got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up third and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
Splits the uprights. Good. With that field goal, guys, we're all tied up in the early going. This rivalry started in 1890 when Dennis Mikey, for whom the stadium at West Point is named, talked Navy into playing a game, and the Mids blew them out.
And since that first blowout, obviously, this has been an unbelievable rivalry. So many things about it, honoring the fallen, the march on, the battle of the bands. So many of these things have gone back and forth. But, Jesse, the football is phenomenal. Old school offenses that will hit you right in the mouth.
It's pretty cool, too, when you think about the history of this rivalry, because back in the day, these were two of the best programs in college football. There have been national championships. There have been Heisman trophies. Not necessarily the same thing today, but when you think about great rivalries in a sport, this is it right here.
Creates a little space, and he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
On third down, he drops to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's short. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. Back to pass, it's Coleman. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. And the Black Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground here, off right tackle.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Gives it on the option. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll run it out of the shotgun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
He's loose at the 20. Touchdown, midshipman. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
will try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
The Black Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Coleman. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. They'll run this play from the pistol. Looking to fire. Can't hang on. It's incomplete, and you can't worry about the footsteps when you're running those crossing routes. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And that one's too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete. And the Black Knights will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Guys, they call this America's game because no matter who you root for, you're captivated by this.
Well, and this is just one of those games I think always just stands out just because of the way it looks, right? It's all the uniforms in the stands. It's the pageantry. It's the history of this game. It's the style of football these two teams play as well. It just means so much to these players.
It's so cool, and it's saved for after the Heisman Trophy, after the championship games, when they get the spotlight on them, a well-deserved spotlight for what they do for everyone out there across this country.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Horvath. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Navy!
You know, there are so many coaches out there in two-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David.
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, we're 2 quarters from finding out who's going to sing second, and already Army and Navy have hit some high notes. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Army and Navy plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Benson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back.
No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
The defense thought in this game they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off. What a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory, he jumps the route, he intercepts it, returns it now inside the 5-yard line, setting his offense up in beautiful field position.
To the air, it's Horvat. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Motion from the wide receiver. A run for the quarterback. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman. Anchors away as Navy has pushed out this lead and smooth sailing ahead for the midshipmen.
How about Navy handling this moment? This is a huge moment. Obviously, only show in town. Everybody cheering for you. The weather's always awful. Navy's done a great job executing, taking advantage of some Army mistakes, and they got the lead, Palmer.
A big opportunity, obviously, for Navy's program, but also doing it on a national stage. They have come out and they have dominated Army. They're executing better. They run the ball better. Defensively, they've been stout. This has been impressive.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Benson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. On the option. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? So now it's 2nd and long. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good. And you can't even protect your quarterback on third down. Like, everything going the other direction.
The Black Knights will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
These offenses are so hard to stop when you run the option because they play the quarterback well. They get it to the running back. The defense looks pretty good, but 3rd and short, they get the yardage they need, and they move the sticks.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, fellas, still sitting on an 18-point lead.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Dropping back, it's Coleman. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it along the sideline. Off and running. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. What a costly mistake and big call. They could have been right back in this thing, and now they'll have to try it again. Give to the fullback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. And the Black Knights will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Navy will go back on the attack. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. They'll go to the toss. Runs through a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got him downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner. Got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath.
Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He'll pitch it. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. Back to throw, it's Horvat. Pocket breaking down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Navy will have to punt it away. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. This quarterback part of their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quarterback keeps it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now
he lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Black Knights line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw. It's Horvat. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this deep.
He tries to take the top off. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Navy will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And they'll mark this one at the 15-yard line. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback
breaks into the open. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Reed. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Coleman. Rush is on him. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions. Got to go for it on 4th down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter 4th down. But this offense has got to stay fast-paced and got to make some explosive plays.
Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. And here comes the Navy offense.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Unleashes one. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Running into the open space. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Navy now facing 3rd and short. Motion from the wideout. A designed run for the quarterback. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made them look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Black Knights headed quickly to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at him.
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. He lofted high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it back inside the 40. They'll mark him at the 39-yard line, and the interception has set up great field position. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. On the option. There he goes. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The option look. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Now on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. Oh, look out on the line. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Army. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You know, they say sometimes you got to be at the right place at the right time, and that linebacker was. When that ball came free, he saw it immediately, was able to scoop it, show you the speed. He takes it back for a long touchdown.
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Navy will have to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today.
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football. They are so lucky that they jumped on that ball, and that their offense is now going to take the field, because that could have been disastrous.
Here comes the option. The pitch. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Coleman. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Off play action. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to. They had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock up by several possessions.
Touchdown, Navy! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Benson. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
And the Black Knights are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Coleman. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Black Knights will punt this one away. Looks it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And Navy will go back on the attack. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun.
Turning it on! Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. They'll run the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Now the toss. Gets it past the marker. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. He's shoved out of bounds right at the 6-yard line as they were able to at least keep him out of the end zone.
Really nice 1st down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
Give to the fullback. Touchdown, midshipman! And the pummeling has started.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. stepping back, it's Coleman. He's going up top here late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Black Knights!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he added the extra point. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. So Navy beats Army, and it is tradition for the victors. As both teams sing their alma mater, the victors sing second, and that honor will go to the midshipmen. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. They took it right down to the wire, final game of the season, but they are now bowl eligible, and they can cash in on those extra practices and bonding time.
It's really a great moment. Like, you worked so hard, and listen, this team, the season didn't go exactly how they wanted it to go, but to end on a high note is really good. And yes, Palmer, talking